Joining us now is Andrew Eborn, barrister and broadcaster and president of Octopus TV. Andrew, lovely to see you again.
Always a joy to see you, Gabriella.
The royal family is wasting no time severing and removing ties with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince Andrew. He's being evicted from his Royal Lodge home and will move to a private residence on the King's Sandringham estate. But it's interesting, his name is now missing from the royal website. It appears to have been completely removed, Andrew.
Absolutely. What I find extraordinary, Gabriella, within minutes of airing our programme last week, every single one of the predictions that I made came true. We got over 1 million views, as we do each week, of our glorious appearances together. The King has stripped him of his various titles. He's removed the titles and honours of Prince Andrew. And now if you go and have a look at the royal website, he is nowhere to be seen, apart from one place, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But yes, he's been expunged from that sort of side. They want to put it all behind it. It's been a tsunami of scandals, and those scandals continue. But as far as the royal website is concerned, he has been removed.
There are even suggestions that Andrew Windsor will be fleeing the UK. He'll move abroad and will vanish from public view, possibly in an Arabian palace with Fort Knox-style security, according to some royal experts. Andrew, what's your prediction?
Well, I like the idea from going from scandals to sandals. That's what it would be, wouldn't it? Off to Abu Dhabi. And I'll tell you why, is he's quite chums with the people over there, and he could live in absolute luxury. The press doesn't enjoy the same sort of freedoms as we have here, Gabriella, so he won't necessarily have all of that scrutiny. And he's had quite a long friendship with the people over there. And in fact, his daughters have been invited to things like the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. They've received all sorts of gifts and so on and so forth. But that certainly could be the future for him. It was talked about that originally, having been booted out, thrown out of Royal Lodge, the talk was that he might go to Sandringham. And I predict if that's going to happen, that would be after Christmas, because you'll recall that they are desperate not to have him around the Monopoly board at Christmas time. So if he is going to move, and it takes a little while to pack up those 30 rooms in Royal Lodge, then it's possibly Sandringham. But I wouldn't rule out a side abroad, because it'd be much more confidential over there. And the destination, if that's true, a lot of people are predicting it's a 16,000 square foot, 6-bedroom palace in a gated enclave with 30-foot hedges, armed guards, double checkpoints, private beaches, and media censorship. Well, that can't be too bad, can it?
Well, it's interesting. It appears that there are no plans to remove Andrew from the line of succession. Of course, he's been removed from the website and he's getting kicked out of Royal Lodge, but he is the 8th in line to the throne, with the government not planning to pass the law needed to actually remove him from the line of succession. Does this surprise you, Andrew?
Well, it is a bit surprising, isn't it? I mean, such a move does require the full act of Parliament, unlike the royal warrant that stripped him of his title. I did mention earlier that there's one side which the family have missed on the royal website, and that is in the line of succession. So get your screen grab now. It's a world exclusive, because I can guarantee the palace, having watched this programme, they watch and listen to every single word that you and I utter, they'll be going having a look at that side, because in the line of succession, it still says in 8th position, the Duke of York. Now, there's a big mistake there. Whoever's looking at the website is not looking at it closely enough. But yes, he is still in line for the throne. He is still number 8, and it would take a disastrous act for him to get there. But that is the current rules and regulations.
It's also been revealed and also been come to light that Andrew arranged a private tour of Buckingham Palace while the late Queen was in residence for businessmen from a cryptocurrency mining firm, which agreed to pay his ex-wife, Fergie, up to £1.4 million. That's according to the BBC. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, yes, this was June 2019. He personally arranged this VIP Buckingham Palace tour that Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth was in residence. It was this crypto firm called Pegasus Group. It should be Phoenix rising from the ashes, but it was days after they hired his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, as a brand ambassador for £1.4 million for this solar generated scheme. Well, the family motto should therefore be monetize the monarchy, shouldn't it? But it's not networking, it's nepotism on steroids, served with a side of sovereign swagger, is what I would say. But it's not the first time that they've been peddling access. You might remember I previously spoke about in 2020 2010 when Sarah Ferguson was caught in a sting for the News of the World, the then News of the World. And she was basically caught in a sting for offering access to Prince Andrew, son of Andrew as he now is. Nobody wants that access now. But apparently she was offered £500,000, £500,000 for that access. That's what happened then. And more scandal is being leaked out now.
There are so many scandals. It's unbelievable, just the amount of scandals that surround no longer Prince Andrew, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Now, late Queen Elizabeth's corgis were passed on to Andrew and Fergie as their daughters had presented the Queen with the pets to help her through a difficult time. But the pets came with a long list of strict instructions, especially when it came to feeding time. Andrew, talk to us about this.
Oh, I love it. Out of the doghouse, but still in charge of the dogs. I love it. It's got to be good. So what happened in 2022, basically, upon her death, Queen Elizabeth, she left the corgis, Muick and Sandy is what they're called, to Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. As you rightly say, this was because they were given to the Queen by her granddaughters, Princess Beatrice, 37, and Princess Eugenie, 35. They were bought for the Queen to distract her from the stress of her husband Prince Philip's hospital stay in 2022. But the list of demands is quite extraordinary, from poached pheasant to so on and so forth, to the wonderful sort of diet that they have, something which you and I would absolutely cherish. So it's working on that sort of basis. So corgi custody with caveats is what I would call it. Having a look at that gourmet grub, there's no shortcuts. It's going to be very interesting because when Andrew's going to be moving out, they did say it's going to stay within the family. Buckingham Palace, they issued that public statement. We're not quite sure what the family means, whether Andrew and Sarah basically will be taking them with them, or whether other members of the royal family might keep them within Windsor.
Okay, well, I know you'll bring us right up to speed as soon as we get the news.
I'll be there in Windsor for you.
You will. You'll be breaking it with a world exclusive for us. Now, let's talk about Prince William. Now, he's attempting to leave this Andrew scandal behind with a trip to Brazil where he's been mobbed by royal fans. Talk to us about his trip.
Well, Prince William, ruthless Prince William, as we always say, because he got his wish, didn't he? He got rid of his uncle, snubbed out. He's hoping to leave the scandal behind, and he's been mobbed in Brazil. He's been trading tiaras for tangos and toxicity for triumphs, is what I would say. It's a royal reinvention, swapping scandals for sugarloaf selfies. That's what he's doing. So what he's doing, he's over in Brazil for this wonderful trip. He's going to be there for his Earthshot Prize and also for the big COP summit over there. He's going to be making a speech there. But the great publicity, they adore him over there. He's being mobbed. He went to play football. He loves his football, and he played there. He played against a girls' team as well and managed to score a goal, something English players don't necessarily do in penalties. But it's all good stuff. But that is the distraction at the moment. That's hitting the headlines, and he's certainly doing that with a tremendous degree of success.
And the Prince and Princess of Wales, Prince William, Princess Catherine, along with their children, they have moved into their new home, their forever home at Forest Lodge in Windsor Great Park, and sooner than expected, Andrew.
Well, that's right. This is what they were. So it was half term, I can reveal to you. That's probably why it was a convenient time to pack everything up and go over there. They call it their forever home. I spoke about it first when they sort of moved to Forest Lodge. I wouldn't be surprised, however, Gabriella, if they think now that that much bigger place is available, they might sneak along to that Royal Lodge, that 30-room, once the stench of Andrew has disappeared. So that may happen. But that's what's going to happen on that sort of basis. They're moving to what they called previously their forever home. We've also got Princess Catherine's coming out. We've got her cancer comeback. She basically, she's got her Christmas Carol service, which she's been doing every year for a number of years. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to see her return to host that event. She's been doing it since 2021. It's the annual Christmas Carol. Obviously, it happens in Westminster Abbey. And this will be the 5th year since she launched the event. And it'll be the first since she announced her remission from cancer. It'll be great. And the public would absolutely wonder at that sort of side. So that's a good stage for the royal family. And we wish Princess Catherine well.
Absolutely. Meghan Markle, she shared a Christmas recipe on Instagram via her lifestyle brand As Ever, showing herself preparing a festive spice cider drink in the kitchen of her Montecito mansion. Now, it's not being received well, surprise, surprise. People are kind of saying it's actually a little bit more than just hot water with spices.
I love it. It's got to be good. Every week, isn't it? We get the wonderful more megalomania, as I keep calling it, and more Montecito madness. This is what it is. It's Meghan's mulled mirage, boiled water with delusions, is what I would call it. And it costs an absolute fortune. It's hot water with a $20 spice sprinkle, is what it is.
Wow.
Because nothing screams holiday magic like monetizing the mundane. Oh, it is quite extraordinary. It's basically a tea bag which you put in your hot water and you make this spice thing. She does say, however, that you can add something to make it a bit more exciting. You can add a bit of that honey, which she sells for a huge amounts. There you go. So you can add a spoonful of honey which costs $32, about $50 Australian, and cinnamon sticks and lemongrass for your ultimate cider drink in the festive season. You tempted, Gabriella?
Oh, well, you know what? There's more, Andrew. Meghan Markle's now trying to sell scented candles. Yes, Meghan Markle recently added candles to her As Ever repertoire, which are available for purchase via the website. So Meghan, she's selling a grand total of 2 candles, Andrew. And, you know, this doesn't surprise me. I mean, she's offered so many other things. She's been trying to flog the jams for some time and then the wine. So it makes sense that scented candles were the new thing.
Well, they certainly are. And doesn't it get on your wick? See what I did there? I love it. She calls it the number 519, and the date is relevant because that is her 2018 wedding date. She's pricing it at $63. Can you believe it? And it's part of the As Ever holiday collection. She's basically, as you say, she's got a grand total of 2 candles, including the signature candle number 519. And features, I love the description. Let me read the description for you. It features notes of Moroccan mint, cardamom, and tea leaves. It's bright and refreshing with quietly grounding notes of Moroccan mint leaf, while white tea leaves, and a back note of woodsy cardamom. Number 519 fills the room with a soothing, welcoming fragrance that remains our founder's tried and true favorite. It's also housed, you'll be delighted to hear, in a beautiful ceramic vessel. This candle is hand poured. Hand poured, can you believe it? Not by Meghan, I can guarantee that.
What about the flower sprinkles? Andrew, she seems to be missing flower sprinkles. I mean, she can't be selling scented candles without flower sprinkles.
I'll tell you what she should do. She should do, and you can predict this as well, she should do a 30-10 candle, which is the day that Prince Andrew was extinguished and all of his royal titles disappeared. So watch that space for one of those.
Brilliant. Absolutely love it. Andrew Eborn, thank you so much for joining us. Great to speak with you.
Pleasure as always, Gabriella. See you next week.